VRified Games.
What's up, player? Yeah. And living there talking head. Coming to you live with Daigo on VRified Games. How we doing, Daigo?
Hey Ed, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good, man. Did y'all hear the news?
Oh, the news. Well, what news is that, Ed?
Motherfucker, we done surpassed the YouTubing requirements of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
Oh, who? Us? Little old us?
Hell yeah, baby. We can now call ourselves YouTubers.
Alright.
Anyway, tell me, man, what is it we're doing today?
Well, Ed, our first project since becoming official YouTubers is Amnesia, The Dark Descent VR Remake.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
AKA Sclerosis.
Sclerosis?
Yeah, I don't get the naming convention either, but Sclerosis is essentially a VR remake of Amnesia. Now, this is a strange one because it's one part modification, one part remake because it changes things just enough to justify that moniker. Basically, the VR side of things, the VR code, hand interactions, all of that was coded separately in Unity. Now, what it's also gone and done is it has imported all of the assets, sound bites, textures, you name it. That all gets imported into this new Unity version of the game. So you need the original game to play it. So the setup is like a modification, but honest to God, this is a remake. It's kind of like a remake in the sense of how they remade Resident Evil 4 on the Quest, whereas it's not a straightforward port. Everything was rebuilt from the ground up in Unreal Engine, and then all the assets were ported over. So it's like a brand new game, but it's a faithful one-to-one remake at the same time. That's what's been done here with Sclerosis. This mod has been 3 years in the making, so it is quite a feat, quite an undertaking, and it looks, plays and feels like a native VR game. Now, what is Amnesia? The Amnesia series are a series of psychological horror games produced by Fractional Games. Now, the aim of the game is not to beat it. So it's not like a traditional game, it's more like an experience. The idea is that you get immersed in the world, get immersed in the story, soak it all in. That is the idea, that is the intention. Now the Amnesia series is actually a spiritual successor to a previous series called Penumbra, which consists of Penumbra Overture, Penumbra the Black Plague, and Penumbra Requiem.
Cool, man. But we're here for Amnesia.
Yes, we are. But this is kind of important as well. Penumbra Overture, the very first game in the series, one of the earliest VR mods ever made was for Penumbra Overture.
Oh?
Yeah. Now, that mod itself was never completed, but it can be downloaded and played, and we may take a look at that later on, because playing the Amnesia Dark Descent VR remake has made me want to go back to Penumbra Overture. Just to see how they compare now from 2017 with the Penumbra Overture mod to 2023's Amnesia mod / remake. And then the Amnesia series consists of Amnesia The Dark Descent, which is what this mod is based on, Amnesia Machine for Pigs, which was made by a completely different development team, then you have Amnesia Rebirth and Amnesia The Bunker. All fantastic games by Fractional Games. So, what is Amnesia all about? Well, it has that great literary device, which I love, where the story basically starts in the middle, and you have no idea what the hell is going on because you have...
Amnesia?
Yeah, or in this case, Sclerosis. I still don't get how that works, but yeah, basically you wake up with amnesia, okay? And you're like, what the hell is going on? And straight away you know something is off, something is not right, okay? Now the main mechanic is light and dark, okay? You have sort of a sanity meter. The longer you stay in the dark, the more unstable you become. Your vision becomes blurred, you start to see and hear, terrifying things, and they will eventually manifest and come after you if you leave it long enough. Or stay in the light and your sanity replenishes, your vision comes back to normal, and you stop seeing and hearing scary things. So it's really interesting. You have to kind of keep areas lit. The main way you do that is there are candles throughout the environment, and you have tinder boxes, or matches basically, and you go around, you collect these matches, you use them to light the areas. Now you have to be strategic, where in particular you want to light the areas, because you have a limited amount of these matchsticks. Later on you will get a lantern, which is fantastic, but you need to keep that replenished with oil. So great devices for survival horror right there. Now this game back in the day, flat screen, was terrifying. Absolutely terrifying, and you know, it cemented Amnesia's place in the horror genre as being something special. Because it wasn't just these features I mentioned already, but it also had this robust physics engine, which it carried over from the Penumbra series, which is what that was really famous for. Now, is it on par with, say, Half-Life's physics engine? Well, I would say it comes pretty damn close, yeah, for what it is. And that gets really elevated in VR. Like, when you look at the physics engine in Penumbra and the Amnesia series, you can see they're practically built for VR. Like, it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. You get motion controls in there and boom, off you go. And that's precisely what they did with both the old Penumbra VR mod from ages back, which we will get to eventually, and this new Amnesia mod / remake. Absolutely fantastic use of the physics engine. Just works in VR really well. So yeah, back in the day, the gamers couldn't get enough of this new innovation in survival horror, light and dark, physics engine, how to solve the puzzles, etc. Couldn't get enough of it. It was terrifying, absolutely terrifying, because there was no set linear paths so much. Well, there was, you were guided to a certain degree, but you could go anywhere, could do anything essentially. Oh, it was absolutely pant-fillingly terrifying. When your sanity meter goes below that certain level and you know you're in the dark, oh no, I'm out of oil on my lantern, I've no matchsticks left, and you hear the monster, oh my god. The hair on the back of your neck, guys, jeez. Yeah, it's just really well done. So of course, when I found out there was a VR mod, I was excited to try it. Oh my god. You guys, it has been years since I played the original, so I had forgotten everything. Like, sure, it came back as I was playing, but I was like, what is going on? I was terrified. The sound is in 3D surround sound, so, oh my god, you hear the creatures behind you, to the left, to the right. You are terrified. And yes, I run out of matches very quickly. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, where the hell I was going. I was scared to death. I wish this came out just before Halloween. Sadly it didn't, but oh my god, this is so damn good. Okay, so for the VR remake, man, what he has done. So you have everything you would expect from a VR game, using the HL2, that's the game engine it was built on. Using the HL2's physics engine. It just works really well when coupled with motion controls. You can pick up your lantern, reach out, open doors, close doors, pick up items. The inventory system is really cool. Basically, you click on your belt and the menu opens in front of you, and then whatever item you want, you just reach out and grab it. Very similar to Organ Quarters' inventory system. Now, I had an issue personally where I couldn't open that menu at times. It's like a proximity thing. Your controller has to be near your belt and then you press the button, and you know, 9 times out of 10 I would do that and it wouldn't open. But I understand that this is like the first release of the mod, so that will probably improve over time. But that was the only real issue I had with it. Other than that, the physics were on point, interactions were on point, sense of 3D depth and scale, perfect, no issues there. What was really cool is when your sanity meter goes low, your FOV widens and, you know, it really disorientates you. Now, in the menu you can turn that off if you want to, but I think it just adds to the game, adds to the immersion that, yeah, I'm a dude who's losing my sanity, I'm hallucinating. It makes sense that that would happen, so I love that. But it's cool that you have the option to turn that off if you wish for motion sickness, because I can imagine that could probably really mess with someone. And the remake also includes a PlayStation mode. Yeah, if you turn on the PXX mode in the options, the game turns into like the PS1 version. Like, it's, it's incredible. It's got those pixelated graphics, you know, it has the dithering effect that the original PlayStation had. It's just incredible. Oh, I love it. Yeah, an incredible amount of work. 3 years. Blood, sweat and tears, and you can tell. Oh my god, this is my new favorite VR game right here. Love it. So yeah, the Penumbra and Amnesia series, yeah, and I've probably said this before, but they're the kind of games you have to experience, because they get under your skin into a sort of a personal level. It's like, it's not you playing a game, but it's you in a game. It's so weird to describe. It's definitely something you have to experience. It's like that opening message in the game where it says, you know, do not try to beat this game. Instead, immerse yourself in the story and the experience. That is very, very true of this series. Immerse yourself, become part of the world. Don't try to beat it, just try to experience it. Yeah. To install, it couldn't be simpler. Just go to the link in the description, download it, extract that into your Amnesia The Dark Descent game folder. That's it. Then just start the game from the Sclerosis.exe. Could not be simpler. So I guess we're going to leave it there, you guys. Like, comment and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, queries, any critiques, put them down below. If indeed there are any games you'd like us to look at VRifying in the future, put those down below and we will presumably get back to you eventually. You can also follow us on TikTok for our adventures over there, which are basically condensed versions of what we do over here. And yeah, follow us on all social medias. All links will be in the descriptions. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you there also. Alright, VRified Games out.
August 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there'll be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. Out of everything, there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.